Alright, so here we go, Darksiders, Season 2, Episode 1 of Warrior. It had been a long time coming. The name of this episode is Learn to Endure or Hire a Bodyguard. So, here's the deal, man. I thought this episode was okay. I didn't think it was great. It definitely felt like an establishing episode, and I want to know what you think about this because there wasn't really anything new here to see. I mean, we did open with a pretty cool fight scene with Assam fighting in the pit, and then we do find out as we move through this episode that he might be trying to figure out what went wrong, having a hard time accepting his loss to Li Yong. But outside of that, what's really new in this episode? Nothing. Now, this episode does do a good job of seeing where every character is presently and establishing their present state and also the state of San Francisco. And I do think that's important because it's been a long time since we actually had the ending of season 1. So I feel like it's a good episode to bring everybody up to speed. But one thing I will say about this, if this is your first time seeing Warrior, someone suggested it to you and you were like, all right, man, you're so hyped on this, I got to check it out for myself. Don't be discouraged by this episode because this episode really does set us up. And one thing I will vouch for on this show is the writing is fantastic. So I'm sure that things will ratchet up after this. It did feel flat to me. It did feel at times a little bit dull to me. The story building is always nice in this, but it just was not as exciting as what we're used to from Warrior. But I'm very hopeful moving on. Now, I do want to say something about the costume design here. Man, it looked... Did you see how Mei Ling looked fantastic in her costume? I mean, the set design, the costumes here, the world building is all so impressive. And that's one thing that we really love about this show. For those of us that love movies, for those of us that understand the power of how movies can transport us into a world and tell us an amazing story, this show does that. But this first episode was just okay. But I am hopeful and looking forward to the episodes to come. So honestly, those are my thoughts about the first episode of Warrior Season 2. It was just an episode to establish us moving forward. But hey, man, maybe you guys saw some other things. Maybe you guys enjoyed it maybe more than I did. Jump in the comments, let me know. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.